couple hours. So 3rd and Johnson, and guess where it is? At the corner of 3rd and Johnson.
Who would have guessed?
And 1023 North Johnson Street is their address. And their number is 989-971-1456. And every time I go in there, he's trying something new, and I love that. It reminds me of my son, Mike. And they do all organics. They have a lot of gluten-free flours and stuff like that.
Did you see just the display that they have with the foods? It's just wonderful.
It is really nice. And they call it take and bake, where they have all the food ready for you and you just take it home and warm it up.
That's cool.
Yeah, I keep meaning to do that, and I keep forgetting. One of these nights I'm going to do that before, on one of the nights that I don't leave at 8 because they close at 6.
Oh, they close that early?
Yeah.
Oh.
But they open early.
Oh, okay.
And they're a grocery store. And I'll tell you, last year, you know how when you buy a watermelon, it's hard to get a really nice ripe watermelon.
Yep.
And last year, I went and bought a watermelon. I don't buy them that much because once you have homegrown ones, it's hard to eat ones from the store, just like tomatoes. Right. I won't buy tomatoes in the store. But here, you can, because a lot of them are locally grown, and so it's like farm to there, which is really good. And last year, I bought a watermelon. And I let it sit on the counter for a couple days because I like doing that. I don't know why. I like it to ripen up, I guess. And we cut into it. It was the reddest watermelon. It was just beautiful. Oh, just talking about it makes my mouth water.
I want watermelon now.
It was so good. So that's the kind of stuff that they're going to have there. And right now they have pumpkins and some squash. It's seasonal things, which is really cool. But they do have that bake thing. They have coffee. They have, he's always making something back there. It's really fun. It's a really fun place. And it always smells good in there. So go check them out. 3rd and Johnson, 1023 North Johnson, 989-971-1456. And they're actually going to be our guests on the 7th, I think it is, February 7th. So you'll get to meet them a little bit more, and they're going to bring us a treat that night.
I'll be here.
I'll be here.
It's going to be fun. So thank you very much to both of those people for becoming sponsors with us. I appreciate it very much. So now, you ready for another question?
Yes. Sure.
Okay, let me get to it here. What must happen for me in this lifetime? What must happen for me in this lifetime?
That's pretty deep.
Boy, you should see them. They are thinking.
That's a stumper.
Love is all I can think of. That's a must. That's the main thing in life.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing more important.
I want to keep love.
Yeah.
I want to keep love.
So
those are good
the
answers.
Most important thing.
Yes,
I have to go along with that.
Yeah.
Wow, it's unanimous.
It
Finally,
is.
something that we agree on.
We never agree.
You know what? I'm going to open up the phone lines. I think that's a really good question to ask. If you want to call in, please do. The number is 989-402-5414. Or you can text me if you know me. You have my number. And tell us what must happen for you in this lifetime. That's a really good question. All right, the 4th question is, what do I need to release to live a more authentic life? What do I need to release to live a more authentic life? You can answer any of these questions if you want to call in. Oh, boy, they're thinking.
I know, you feel steam coming out of my ears.
I don't know. Were we waiting for the phone callers to answer?
No. If it rings, I'll get it.
Good try.
No, we can answer the things that I would want to release. I already
You already know the answer.
What do you want to release?
Any fears any angers, judgments, resentments, all of those things that prohibit someone from leading a good, full life.
And so how do you release those?
That's a darn good question.
That's why you have a coach. I will help you release those.
Coach Debbie's on the...
And Reiki helps with all those things.
But those are the things that would have to be released.
See, this was a good question to ask you. How about you, Sand?
I don't have any idea.
Anger, resentments.
Well, I probably have some of the same, but I've dealt with a lot of stuff.
Okay.
There's some stuff that's not in my control.
Right.
But I don't have a lot of anger. I do, but I don't have control of that situation.
Right.
But I don't have past anger.
Mm-mm.
I don't.
In book club, we have book club here at at the Devolution, and right now we already read the 4 agreements, and right now we're reading the 5th agreement, and I have learned a lot from that book.
The 4th agreement,
the 5th agreement. Well, both of those.
Mm-hmm.
The 5th agreement kind of went back over the first 4, but we were talking last night at book club, and all of us our lives have been enriched by that book. And because of that book, I've let go of some stuff that was bugging me. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Wasn't resentment. It was pain. It was pain. You know how it is when someone treats you a certain way that you can't understand?
Mm-hmm.
And you can't understand it because you would never do that. I used to try to figure that out.
You'll never figure that out.
No, and so now I don't try to anymore.
There isn't a reason. It just is.
Right. And it is what it is. That's the truth. Yeah. It's weird, though. It's always weird when somebody treats you weird like that. But so now just let it go and move on. And I told you what happened to me meditating.
No.
I think I did. One of the things that I think has always bothered me, even subconsciously, not right face value, it hasn't. I mean, and I don't dwell on it every day, but sometimes way deep down in that feeling of not being worthy because I was adopted.
Yeah, you told us that.
Yeah. And it's not like it's a major thing or anything. And I thought I had worked through it years ago. And it was never a big thing. My parents never made me feel it's just one of those things that if you're adopted, you think, wow, my parents gave me away, and it's nothing that my adopted parents did or anything. It's just my parents gave me away. And one day I was meditating and I was doing this new method of it. And all of a sudden this voice said to me, my question was, why do I have this feeling of unworthiness? And this voice said to me, you are so worthy. They were meant to have you and they couldn't. I had to figure out a different way. Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I cried.
Because you had good parents. Too.
Really good parents. Isn't that something?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it kind of changed me a little bit. It really did, because now I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. So that meditation is kind of like prayer. That's why I need to teach you how to meditate. It'll help you. It'll help you find answers to questions that you didn't even know you had. It goes deep if you let it. It goes deep, and the answers come from within, but from the universe or from God, whatever.
Are you going to have another meditation class?
Yeah, we keep meaning to start it, and something keeps happening. So I think I'm going to have to just put it on the calendar and do it.
Yeah, just like scheduling the time out to go to the center.
Right.
If we schedule it, it'll happen. If
Right.
we don't, it won't.
Right. So there's a lot of things going on here, and all of them are to enrich your life and to live just like you said, a more fulfilled and happy life. You need to let go of resentment and anger and all that kind of stuff so that you can live in love and not fear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So the last question is, what do I need to deepen into? Susan said she just got goosebumps. Susan, you should call in and answer one of our questions. A good one for you would be, what must happen for me in this lifetime? What must happen for me in this lifetime? You should call in, Susan. The number is 989-402-5414. So what do I need to deepen into?
I think spiritually I need to get deeper.
Mm-hmm. I'm really happy to hear you say that.
Yeah.
That just gave me goosebumps.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of choked me up a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Aw.
Aw.
Good.
Aw.
Good.
She's going to make me cry.
What about you? What do you need to deepen into?
I was trying to see if she was crying.
I am. It got me.
Oh my God. I think spirituality is one that I also should pursue. I need to pursue. I do.
And isn't it funny how when you set out on that path, things just happen?
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you a story as to why I say that today. I went to a funeral yesterday, and the woman is an aunt. I don't know her, but she's a relative, so I went. And she was 95, and I thought, what a celebration of life.
Yes.
Well, the church was a warm church, and it was all about this woman and what she had done in her life. And she made these sin cookies, and everybody knew her for these sin cookies. They were like cinnamon, so they called them sin
Oh,
cookies.
isn't that fun?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And they had certain songs that she loved. Amazing Grace, The Old Rugged Cross, was that type of funeral.
Nice.
I did not know her, but at the end of the funeral, when I was coming out, it's like, I feel like I know her. That's the kind of community that she had been in all these years. And so I was thinking today, I would like to go to that church.
What was that church?
It's Grace Methodist
Grace over on
2 Mile.
2 Mile?
Yes.
That is a nice church.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
where they had sermons, Bobby's sermon and Alice's sermons.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it was
Yeah.
great. And the pastor that was there, he was phenomenal.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They seemed very nice when we were there.
Yeah. Very
That's
kind
really
people.
nice. It's
Yeah.
hard to find, I'm against organized religion, but I am for community. And that's the kind of feelings that I want people to have about the devolution, that we know each other
Yeah.
that well and we support each other no matter what. And love. It's love or fear. We choose love, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
So since and if someone would have told me a year ago that this is the way that we were going, I don't know if I would have liked it.
Really?
What do you mean?
Like spiritually, I think that the station and what it's kind of changed a little bit from the kind of shows that we're getting. And I want it to be business, I want it to be supportive, but I want it to be more. I want it to be everything. I want women to be able to tune in and hear Marcus Giuliano, Chef on a Mission, and I also want them to tune in and hear Birthing Anew and Ascending with Angels, so that it satisfies everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
And
And it is. It's-
yeah, and the guests that we have are not like last week. The guest on the Devolution show was a woman into high fashion, and it was a very interesting show. But look how different this week it is, and I love that. It's good. It's good for everybody. So, interesting. Well, that was very good.
So did Susan call in? Come on.
No,
Susan.
she has a customer coming in, so she can't. But
Bummer.
that's okay. We love her anyway, right?
Yes.
Hey, and your birthday card now has a stamp on it and is sitting on the table ready to mail.
I saw it. So yeah, it's out. It might sit there for a couple days.
Nope.
So